Welcome back, everybody, to our coverage here of BullShooter, year of 2025, XXXI. 31 great years of great darts and 31 more to come. I'm Nick, your host for what will be a very brief coverage today, as this bracket's been running incredibly fast here for our Pro 501. This is actually the third place match, believe it or not. Ricardo Fernandez, Carballo taking on Michael Verberk, and what should be a blink and you miss it affair. Best of three on the loser side of the bracket here. It's going to be double in, double out, split bowl for our format. Ricardo at the line here. Going to be trying to get to the first one at a finish. Need to find a trip on the last start and not the 5 at that. So 287 now has a chance for Michael, who had a little bit of trouble getting in, which is why he's behind against his own darts. Does get to the first look at a finish, though, so finds early advantage. It's a big finish, but not without anybody's wheelhouse at this point in the bracket. Ricardo's going to make sure to put some pressure on it, though. Gets all the way down with a great double 60 in the last start to leave 40. Michael under some pressure. 147 has to go. Can't go now, and that first start was well high. Yeah, you can even see he was not happy with it. Gets all the way down to 50, but might be for not Ricardo to get leg number 1 on the board here in this third place match. And nails it. That's a 1-0 advantage, and Michael's going to have to pick it up here in this next leg. He's had some frustrations. You can see he was a representative from Team Netherlands. Very talented player. We've seen what he can do. Of course, he's gotten to this point in a very hotly contested bracket. Right under the wire. Should be able to walk in that dart. And catches below the wire again. Good attempt there for the 160. And we'll still take 80, halfway there. Despite the fact that events are starting to wind on down, you can still see people are hanging and watching around. Oh, that's just disappointing. Ricardo, 1 point worse. I guess he'll take the 79 in, though. Not enough to take any advantage away from the going first. That last start helps the cause, though, if you're Ricardo, and Michael knows that every dart matters so much in this format. Catching that trip one could cause a little bit of damage here. Only if a 140 or more is hit. There's the 140. You can see that's a now 56-point separation. So that's where it's starting to slide. The advantage going in direction here of Ricardo against the darts. Won't be able to leave a finish, but can at least get in a range to leave a 1 dart finish on his next visit. So you have to think, I have 6 darts left here if I'm Michael. And Ricardo thinking, man, I hope I have 6 darts left as well. Won't be able to get, he wouldn't need trip 20, lead the 161. Won't be able to finish now and let off the gas. So Michael needs to take advantage of this. Good situation for him, all things considered. Mine's 140. Leave a 2 dart check on the next. 18 for double top. 246. You're just going to try to leave any finish at this point just to make sure the lower you get, the more pressure you can put on your opponent. Oh, he's not even going to leave a finish, just left and right. After the 140, he just has not been able to find anything in these last 6 darts. Michael to make this a 1-1 match. Double top. Over to the 10. And if you're Ricardo, you're thinking, at least that one ends. That way I don't feel bad about missing those last 6. But in fact, I know what Ricardo's actually thinking. Man, I'm going to lock in. I need to try to get this here. And Michael thinking pretty much the same thing. As they're about to go right in to the diddle here to see who gets to start the last leg decider. Finds a double bull. Great shot there. Even though it is in the bull, it's just not enough there for Ricardo. Michael will get the darts to this last leg decider. And if you have any positive signs here for Ricardo, though, you would say up until he started missing his last couple darts, he was absolutely challenging the throw. You're just going to think he needs to do that again. Moving to stay on the 20 is interesting here. I would have gone for a cover shot after the second dart. 80 in, though, again. Nothing to be mad about. So that is the target line that you try to find yourself at. Same thing here. I would go for a cover shot. Both of them having trouble collecting that last start, but effectively chalk. 5-point difference between the two. Outside the wire. Now goes for the cover. Of course, you fight this long in this bracket, you beat out so many different people. And all of a sudden, it gets the pressure of the moment here in this third place match, and you don't want to fall short. And Ricardo on the verge of imploding here, it seems. First, I wasn't sure if it was something that happened in the background that caused attention, but he has the headphones in. That was a self-inflicted wound. Trying to calm himself down, and his friend there trying to give him a little bit of words of encouragement. It's not even over yet. That triple does help. Don't get me wrong. Michael very much favored. But Michael still has 6 darts. If he does make a mistake, it would take him 9. You need to play in 9 darts from 384. That's your mentality right now. Oh, and he's lost a stroke here, it seems. He recovers perfectly there. But man, that first star was well off. The body language is well off. You can see the friends trying to cheer him on, get him amped up. But Michael, I mean, you have a lot of things going for you. You just need to take advantage of this moment. You need to leave a finish. Does leave a finish. Now 263, pressure to do the same. 100 doesn't leave a finish, which makes this a little bit more interesting of a shot. Can't leave a finish from here. Michael doesn't even need to go for the bull if this goes. Over to 18. Delete 36. He's teed up perfectly. Ricardo just is going to have to hope for an opportunity to return with whatever he leaves here. And he left himself at 131. Just caught himself up in his own mental game. I don't think it was intentional. I think he just... Apologies there. It looks like my microphone cut out there for a second. Hopefully it wasn't cut out too long. I was going on a whole pre-ramble about all the great stuff we saw on the stream and everything else. Just know I just gave like one of the most impassioned speeches I think I've ever given in BullShooter history. Fortunately, the microphone there cutting out. Didn't get a chance to hear it. We'll be back in just a moment. This finals match is coming up next. Finals of the Pro 501. Don't go far, folks. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to our finals match here of BullShooter Europe 2025. This is the Pro Singles 01 final. This is what we've come to see. This is what we want to see. Again, sorry for our abbreviated coverage today, but let's get right into the action here. We have Carlos Martinez Ruiz, the big one, over here, taking on some great darts on the dartboard. We've seen him win the singles cricket. He wants to go ahead and singles one, but my Verberk from Team Netherlands there wants to contest this and wants to get a spot on the board. So who will get the win? Who will get it done? Hope you guys are looking forward to seeing this as well. There for the 137 for Carlos. Michael here, just going to focus on trying to keep up in range. Both had similar openings, so just following up will be fine. Of course, you always want to try to gain ground when you're trying to break the throw, and now down 50 points. Ground has been gained here for Carlos. It goes back to that best of 5 format, though, so a little bit longer, a little bit more time. Especially when you're going against the darts, you can't overamp yourself about what you have to do. Collects 100, so not a bad scoring round. Helps make up a little bit of that distance. But Carlos should be the first one out of finish here. It's up to him to leave a good finish. If you can get to a 2-dart check, he'll be happy. If you can get to a 1-dart check, he'll be ecstatic. Oh, barely goes high on that last start there. Still one of the best possible hits you could have if it's not the trip 16 there. So we're trying to leave 40 left, 64 for the return. 236 is going to have to pressure. And at the bare minimum, leave a finish. Job done there. Oh, but he made it way harder. Didn't like that dart. Carlos. Trip 16. Double-double. Of course it's double-double. One more of those. But not quite. Got a little fancy with it, so 151 does have a chance. It'd be a big check if it goes. Not going to go this leg. You can see the fellow teammates from the Netherlands in the background. Still a decent crowd staying back, watching, supporting. The Masters bracket's already done. So that there's a lot of people hanging around watching these other matches finish up. Oh, slaps it in there. Was able to get that one, though. So that's leg number 1 there for Carlos. Michael will get the start here in the next leg. He's going to try to do a little bit of recovery. But again, you're going against the darts. It's so easy to overamp when you're going against the darts. Just settle into place and play the game the same. You're playing against the board, not your opponent, not the position. Yes, when we're here in the commentator's chair, when we're here watching online, we think about these things. When I watch back my own matches, when I'm a player, I will go back and I will think about these things. But the one thing that makes the big difference overall is just in the moment, keeping calm, cool, and collected. Both players finding the Shanghai on the end. Going high. Is he going to stay? I really do feel like Michael is not utilizing his covers as much as he should be using them. Those first 2 darts made it very hard and very easy to deflect, I should say. Not very hard to hit, but it's very easy to deflect. You don't want to risk deflections when they become way too apparent that it's likely to happen. And soft tip, you have this mentality, right? To be able to drill through your dart. Because you can. If you throw your dart hard enough, deflection doesn't really come into play. You can power through it. But it's very easy when you're trying to pinpoint an exact spot to find the trouble to deflect in a way that you didn't predict. And you have to be careful about your placements. And you have to go for the cover shots when needed. We're getting a live stream with a live stream. Shout out to the lady in the chair there. Big moment for Carlos. Can he get to the first finish? Just got to be careful on this last start. And it is, leaves the 101. So now we'll have the first look at a check. 181 can get seed down all the way to a double. Will Michael put the pressure on? And there, look at that emotion, right? You're showing so much negative emotion. If I'm Carlos, I am feeding off that. I'm thinking, man, oh man, I want to make sure you keep feeling that way. Double 16 for 2 legs. Does go. Good shot there from Carlos Martinez Ruiz. Solid 12 dart leg there. That's what you need to do. When you're going second, you need to throw a 12. And if you throw a 12 going first, you win unless your opponent throws a 9. But you have to at least throw a 12 going a second there if you want to have a realistic chance of breaking. 15 or more, you start to ask for favors when you're in the finals of the pro bracket. There's the 116 from Michael Verberk, who is now starting to collect back to form. He's going to stay. He does stay, and you see he kicks the top of the barrel. It's tough, right? Because the visual blocker of the double 20 being over there on the top right makes it a little bit harder to find the right side of the bed, even if it's not a physical blocker. Michael seems to be rebounding here. Is rebounding here. 140 to fall to 160. That's 300 points and 6 darts. You're going to be happy about that. Of course, shout out to Brandon Perez, who on the stream not too long ago hit that 350 points and 6 darts not too long ago, a couple weeks back in Vegas. $57. Doesn't get the 57 to leave 24, but still at 78, strong arming this leg. He's going to get this leg on the board more likely unless there's catastrophic failure. And really what he's got to start thinking about is, okay, keep this form going into this because I'm going to have to break the throw now. For a potential 11 dart leg. Going for a 12 dart leg now. Double 20. Doesn't go. And you can see he feels it when he throws it. He can show you and pantomime it. Should be able to take 20 here. He's under a little bit of pressure now. Needs to make sure to take advantage of this opportunity. Over to the 5. Does get it there. 2-1. Michael Verberk continues on and holds on to his hope. But now Carlos Martinez Ruiz will get the start. And this is where stories are told, right? This is where legends are made. Do you break the throw and then win in the last leg decider to bring it to the next set? Like Michael would really hope to do, and really might be favored to do if Carlos doesn't get in. Does get on the last. Or does Carlos just go ahead and take advantage of his 2-1 position here, get it done before the last leg decider would even come into play? Well, you only lost 20 points to ground despite missing 2 darts in the end. That's going to feel like a gift from both of these gentlemen in this moment. A solid 100 on the turn. Michael again looking to try to gain some ground. I still love the live stream in the background. She's trying to move around the gentleman with the camera the whole time. And there, 135 there, by the way. Great shot from Verberk. Starts to pile on that pressure here a little bit on Carlos. He needs to start collecting a little bit bigger. He slowed down the momentum in this leg. He hits the 100 on the last start there, that trip 20. You can see the frustration saying, where was that? $140 doesn't leave a finish. And there, pulls that last start high. So let off the hook, Carlos is right now, but needs to make sure to hit at least 100 to leave the 161. More would be better. More would be better. Oh, hits a 140. So now the man from the Netherlands needs to make sure to leave a finish as well and needs to pressure this. And what a great shot that is. Finds a 140 right back. 82, nice check. Potentially incoming, but 121 has a chance to go. Oh, it can go. Oh, it can go. Double 19, and it does go. What a shot there on 121. Carlos Martinez Ruiz gets the win here in the final, and Michael Verberk does get sent with the second place honors. Carlos Martinez Ruiz is your singles cricket and singles 01 champion. The big one hits a big one to get the number one. And well, folks, pretty sure I'm going to double check here with our friends over in Spain. I think that might be the end of our coverage today. I know it was only like a brief 30 minutes. We only got 2 matches in there. A lot of chaos there, just trying to make sure everything continues to move along. And then, of course, on top of that, just trying to make sure everything's sorted on our end. So we're going to see real quick if there's any more matches left to be streamed. But if not, we'll be right back and we'll do a little bit of a sign up. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll give you an update here in just one moment's time. Alrighty, folks. So here is where we're at. I know it's a brief coverage today with just those two matches, but sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. What we're going to do, though, we had so many great matches from Thursday, from Friday, Saturday, and even today with our two matches we did see. We're going to actually try to clip out some of those matches and get them out online, so that way everybody can experience them, even if they weren't watching live. So, folks, that will bid adieu for me covering here of BullShooter Europe. We'll also still have some recording going in the background, probably for the trips that is going on. But since all the 01 brackets are done, we're gonna let the mixed trips people have some fun and start getting ready for the event shutdown. I hope you guys enjoyed the coverage. I've enjoyed having you along here with us. The chat, the memories, the funny moments, the highlights and lowlights alike. So thank you all for hanging around, having a good time with us, and we'll be seeing you next time here for our live stream. Make sure, if you're like this, BullShooter Chicago Finals, the World Challenge Champions, will be live May 22nd through the 25th. So make sure to tune in. Be ready to watch some more great darts. Folks, that will bid us adieu. Thank you again for tuning in, and have a good one, everybody.